Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'll be explaining why do we have different seasons by Surah Al-Naaziyat ayat number 28-29. Also, what causes day and night change? Let's begin. Allah raised its height and Allah has equally ordered it. Its night Allah covers with darkness and its forenoon Allah brings out with light. How do seasons change? This question must come a lot into your mind, like, why do we have different seasons? How do they change? I'll explain. It is mainly because of our Earth's axis, as our Earth rotates around its own axis. Our Earth's axis is tilted at an angle of about 23.5 degrees. Hence, as the Earth revolves around the Sun, sometimes the northern hemisphere points towards the Sun, and sometimes the southern hemisphere points towards the Sun. Now, for those of you who don't understand this, let us observe the northern hemisphere to learn more about the changing seasons. Now, when the northern hemisphere points towards the sun rays directly strike the northern hemisphere, thus causes the temperature to increase, resulting summer season in that region. However, when the northern hemisphere points away from the sun rays fall slanting on it. Thus, the temperature decreases, resulting winter season in that region. But when the northern hemisphere is neither tilted towards or away from the sun, the temperatures are moderate, resulting in spring and autumn season. As you can see here in this picture, you see the northern hemisphere is facing towards the sun, so the sun rays are directly striking it. This is summer season. Now, let's say take example of southern hemisphere. It is pointing away from the sun, or northern hemisphere that is pointing away from the sun. It causes winter season. But when the northern hemisphere is neither tilted towards or away from the sun, it causes spring and autumn season or fall season. What causes day and night change? Now, you may have noticed that the sun is coming out through the east and going down from the west, and then night comes. You may be wondering, like, how do they change? I'll explain. So, first things first, the earth rotates around its own axis, which is called rotation. And second, the earth revolves around the sun, and this is called revolution. Now, when the earth rotates around its own axis, one part of the earth is facing the sun. So, the sun rays directly hit it, and thus causing daytime, which is what we call it. And while the other part of the earth that is facing away from the sun, we call it nighttime. Now, I'll tell you some benefits about it. Benefits of day and night change. For living organisms, light and dark have many functions. Light carries energy, which is used in photosynthesis to power all living organisms. Solar energy is used to give warmth to many animals, which may bask in sunshine. Plants use sunlight to create their own food. Without sunlight, there would be no food and plants would die, and so would animals. Also, sunlight regulates the temperature in summer season. For instance, like as I have explained before, when the northern hemisphere is facing the sun, it causes the temperature to increase, which results in summer season. Without the sun, there would be no summer season. And the nighttime includes winter season. When the northern hemisphere is facing away from the sun, it causes winter season to decrease the temperature. And if there was no nighttime, well, everything would be pitch dark and we wouldn't be able to see anything. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'll be explaining, does rain make grass grow faster? Let's begin. And after that, Allah spread the earth and brought forth therefrom its water and pasture. Does rain make grass grow faster? Yes, grass can grow faster after rain. Rainwater is a natural method of irrigating your grass. It is high in nitrogen, which results in chlorophyll. During a rainstorm, the lightning strikes, causing nitrogen to combine with hydrogen. This process results in an essential natural fertilizer that is carried by the rain to the soil. However, excessive rain can cause clogging or flooding. Also, it can lead to soil erosion, which can damage your grass. Also, rainwater contains essential elements such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. These components help in strengthening the grass roots and enhancing the growth of the entire plant. Here are 5 ways rain makes grass grow faster. Number 1. Rainwater contains nitrogen and carbon dioxide. Rainwater saturates into the soil, which allows nitrogen to be released. When the roots take in the rainwater, they also consume nitrogen from organic matter. Also, nitrogen allows the dead roots to decay and decompose. This causes more nitrogen to be released into the soil. Nitrogen enhances the development and overall growth of the grass. When it rains, this element is released into the soil to fertilize the grass. Number 2. Rainwater does not contain toxins. Rainwater is free from salt, permacetals, and treatment chemicals that are found in tap water. Chemicals build up in the soil can damage the grass, but rain helps to wash off dust and dissolve minerals, salt, and other substances that remain in the ground. Besides, when it rains, carbon dioxide is brought down to earth. When it mixes with other minerals, it results in an acidic pH. When the acidic rainwater reaches the soil, it releases micronutrients such as zinc, copper, iron, nitrogen, and manganese. These nutrients will help to fasten the growth of your grass. Number 3. Rainwater is slightly acidic. Grass requires a pH that ranges between 5.5 and 6.5. Tap water is treated to prevent metals from rusting and can have a pH or over 8.5. But rainwater can flush out the soil and keep your pH in a good balance. Number 4. Rain falls uniformly in the yard. When rain falls, it leaches the soil. Even the furthest plant root zone gets the necessary nutrients. Number 5. Rainwater washes away dust. When it rains, all the dust is captured and taken into the soil. The dust contains microorganisms and minerals, which leads to the breakdown of organic compounds into micronutrients. Next, do mountains stabilize the earth? Let's begin. And the mountains Allah has fixed firmly. Do mountains stabilize the earth? The balance of the earth is determined by mountains and the atmosphere, both of which contribute to its axis. Mountain distribution helps to balance the planet by allowing it to grow. A lack of distribution of mountains on one side of the planet would result in an imbalance if they were not distributed adequately. How do mountains keep the earth stable? There is no such thing as a do not. The balance of the earth is affected by mountains in a very small but measurable way, just like all mass. As mountain ranges are built and eroded like tectonic plates that move very subtly, the earth's center of gravity is slowly shifted and consequently the balance is altered. Do mountains balance the earth? There are several times as many roots as the height of a mountain. Mountain is responsible for fixing the earth's crust and preventing it from sliding all over. In conclusion, the mountain is a nail holding the earth together and it is known as isostasy. How do mountains help the earth? Water towers are the world's water towers, providing 60 to 80% of all freshwater resources on Earth. Mountain ecosystem services not only water but also food and clean energy are essential to the survival of at least half of the world's population. What is the purpose of mountains on Earth? It's not just a sight to behold to see mountains. They cover 22% of the planet's surface and provide habitats for plants, animals, and about 1 billion humans. In addition to fresh water, food, and even renewable energy, the vital landforms provide critical resources. How do mountains stabilize the climate? A new study published in the journal Nature Paywall suggests mountains act as elevators for minerals deep in the earth, which may play a crucial role in stabilizing the atmosphere in the future. These minerals contain calcium, which binds to carbon dioxide in the air and turns into limestone when exposed to it. What does the Quran say about mountains? Likewise, the modern theory of plate tectonics holds that mountains act as stabilizers for the earth. As Allah SWT has said in the Quran, and Allah has set firm mountains in the earth so that it would not shake with you. What do mountain roots do? As a result, deep crustal rocks can be brought to the surface by erosion coupled with mountain roots. Ultimately, once a mountain range is built by plate tectonic processes, the buoyant root allows it to hold on for a long time even as it is eroded. How do mountains balance the earth? As an example of nature's balance system, the earth is perfect. As the mountain tops are eroded, rock particles are deposited in valleys or stream channels, compacted under their own weight into rock and uplifted by mountain building processes until they reach the top again. How do mountains help us? As a result of their improvement of air and water quality, they are a refuge for biodiversity, they reduce erosion in steep terrain, and they are obvious physical barriers to natural disasters such as landslides, mud floats, and rock slides. What are the 6 advantages of mountains? Mountains have higher ranges which are beneficial for physical health. The habitations they provide is unique and supports biodiversity in the process. The wind speed is reduced when it is slowed down. Terrorism should also be prompted. Fresh water is a source of this source. The war strategy. That's all for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Allah Hafiz.